Hello, I just had another real estate education with Uncle G. I'm Ria, and today's topic is part 2 of commercial real estate versus stocks. Here are my 17 lessons learned plus a deal in Austin, Texas. So, lesson 1, location is everything. You can change the plumbing, you can change the sink, you can change the roof, you can change the kitchen, but you can never change location. Great locations result in great rents. Lesson 2, great locations result in great rents. Lesson 3, the only way to get in the game is to learn the game. Start with a book if you want. Lesson 4, are you really serious about real estate? Are you serious about creating tremendous wealth in real estate? Get the course. Lesson 5. The course is 10 grand or 10,000. 10,000 is a lot of money. 10,000 on a real estate is nothing. Lesson 6. You could buy the wrong deal and you could lose everything on the wrong deal. Lesson 7. However, if you buy the right deal, one right deal, and you can change your family's fortune forever. Lesson 8. A caller called and said he is having to go to C-class properties and their price is like A-class, which means their price for an A return. Uncle G said in the last 3 years, he started making a transition for a better and better property because the C-class properties that were paying 8% started paying 6% and they got to cut to 5%. There's none of this C-class product available. Class C is so hard to get. And then what happened was builders started building A-class product because the only way a builder can make money is he has to build something with $2,500 a month rent. The money to be made in apartments right now is toward this side of Class A, but with lower rents than $2,500 per month. So you're really looking for right now, you're looking for either C-class properties that you can steal, which is very, very hard to do according to Uncle G. That's why Uncle G quit buying on this. Uncle G would rather personally have 4% return on a great property than a 5% return on something old and beat up. Because 10 years from now, he got something 10 years old, well, Class C, that could be 40 years old by the time he sells. Lesson 9. The exit is everything. Lesson 10. Can I keep it long enough so that I can exit? Lesson 11. When we exit, that's when we really distribute to our investors. Lesson 12. The monthly payments for the investors are 3%, 4%, or 5% annualized. But it's in the end, whereby the investor got rich, that could be 3 or 4 years, or it could be 5 or 6 years, or it could be 8 or 10 years. Lesson 13. The wealth is created on the exit. It's not when you buy the deal. Lesson 14. You got to get paid to finally make a kill. If you go to war, you have to have enough resources to win the war. You're not going to win in one shot. You got to have food, you got to have ammunition, you got to be able to last. Lesson 15. Uncle G is buying deals because he believes that deal will make money. Lesson 16. Deals are very, very hard to get right now. He closed on $400 million in deals last year, and he had to look at probably $4 billion worth of deals to close on $400 million. So they're extremely difficult to get, according to Uncle G. It takes 3 to 4 years to build bigger deals, such as 300 to 400 units, and it will probably take another year and a half to get it permitted, and one guy to buy. Lesson 17. You got to get to the top of the food chain to be able to even access and get the deal. So they're very, very difficult to build today, and they're hard to get. And you want to be all over the country where jobs are moving. So those are my 17 lessons. Now, here is the deal. It's a 42-unit property in Austin, Texas. The selling price is $4 million, and the net operating income is $227,000. What is the cap rate? The cap rate is net operating income divided by the selling price. So in this case, $227,000 divided by the $4 million is 0.056. We have to multiply to 100 by 100 to get to a percentage, and the cap rate is 5.6%. Now, Uncle G said that the cap rate of 5.6 is very high than what Austin typically pays. He was asking the caller what year was it built, and the caller said 1983. What is the rent per unit? The caller said $860 average. So if you multiply $860 per month of rent times 12 months times 42 units, that will give you a gross operating income of $433,440 if you're 100% fully occupied. Now, if you're 89% occupied, that will bring you to $385,761. The operating expense formula, you're not going to be full all the time, so you have to allot for some vacancy. So in this case, the gross income of 89% occupied minus the net operating income. So it's $385,761 minus $227,000 equals to $158,761, or roughly $160,000. So in this case, Uncle G said that the operating expense of $160,000 is low, even if you're self-managing it. Why? Because Uncle G, for a property in Austin, Texas, the taxes alone is $72,000. And you still have to pay for electricity, security, carpet, the staff, landscaping, and you only have $88,000 left. So Uncle G thinks that the rent is too low for this 42-unit property in Austin, Texas. Remember, great location should command great rents. And number 2, do more homework on the deal because something is not right. And third, there is something we do not know. So those are all. I hope you learned something. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll do more of Uncle G's Real Estate. And please download the free section of my first property investment so you'll avoid the mistakes that I did. So take care and God bless and happy investing.